Hear ye, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Asta was a reincarnation of Satoru Gojo and Hatake Kakashi? Yes. Oh wait, no, Satoru was the first name of Gojo. Fuck. Whatever. But this is, and also had metallic magic. Now you're wondering, wait, is this one of the what ifs that you were talking about? No, this is actually something that I just thought of randomly, okay? So, yeah. I was going to do this before. Let me actually explain something. I was going to do a bunch of white hair anime characters like Toshiro, Killua, and others from like different animes in Kakashi, Gojo. I know Kakashi has gray hair, not white, but I was going to go through a bunch of anime characters, even Bong, but Bong has like a bluish, lightish, whitish hair. But I was going to go through a bunch of them and say, what if Asta had a bunch of abilities from different white hair anime characters? But instead, I just decided to choose Gojo and Kakashi because, well, I'm not gonna go fucking think of everyone's abilities because, yeah. And Toshiro from Bleach, if I can remember right, his Bankai just allows him to become bigger. I have an idea for that one on his own. I had an idea for Kakashi on its own, but well, Kakashi Reincarnation for Asta I had an own, but then I just added Gojo because you know what? They look the exact same thing. It's just copy and paste together, okay? But not the point. Let me begin to this what if. Now I should mention one thing. I know that some of you are gonna be asking for what if Luffy was a reincarnation of Gojo, Satoru, and well, Kakashi Hatake's reincarnation, you know, for part 6 or whatever. I am still watching One Piece. I don't remember where I last left that off. I think I left that off at the arc of Andrew. It's because I've just been doing other things and yada yada, but yeah. But other than that, I know that people are going to be asking for those parts. I know some people are going to be asking for what if Luffy was a Marine, part 6. I don't remember if it was part 6 or part 7 that people are going to ask for. I know that some of the Luffy what ifs are going to be coming back later, but for the meantime, I'm doing just Asta, Naruto, and others. I am going to start watching Bleach whenever I kind of just finish watching Black Clover, like Hunger and Seven and all that. But not the point. After that, I'm watching Bleach, but yeah. But not the point. Let me begin into this what if, and let me shut the fuck up. Okay. So I know before I continue this, I know that metallic is actually like a color of metal and all that. Not like metal actually, but I just put it metallic. But yeah. So metallic magic is going to just be, you guessed it, a bunch of different metals. Because I am very interested in a bunch of different types of metals. Me personally, but yeah. Not the point. Let me begin to this what if. So we begin into, well, Asta still saving Yuno, still kind of like telling him that he wants to become the Wizard King, still having no magic, yes, and of course still being the height of 5'1" when they were getting the clovers. Well, mostly the grimoires. Of course, everyone got their grimoire. Yuno got saved by Asta still, even though Asta was actually getting his ass kicked. Yes, of course, is where Asta didn't actually get a 5-leaf grimoire yet. No. Someone else saved Yuno and Asta. Someone that had kind of bluish hair. She managed to freeze the user and of course kind of walk away. Yuno was saddened the fact that Asta still didn't get a grimoire, but promised him that he will become the Wizard King. And, well, walked away. But yeah. Of course, where Asta, he didn't have a grimoire. But we go into a time skip of where when Yuno kind of go into the Golden Dawn and other things. This is where we fast forward later on. The fact that, well, the Golden Dawn has kind of grew a lot. Of course, where, well, some people kind of joined the Black Bull and some other people kind of did Golden Dawn. But yeah, Asta, well, Asta is kind of in the village, just chilling and kind of helping the kids. But yeah, but we fast forward into a day of where, well, Yuno kind of goes to the not Golden Dawn, mostly goes, well, out of the Golden Dawn to, well, the Hodge village. Just to see everyone. Just because it's been kind of a stressful time dealing with some of the terrorists and other people, but yeah. Of course, is where, well, someone is actually kind of visiting Hodge Village, but from the Black Wolves. It's a girl with kind of like blondish hair, dull blue eyes, and of course, kind of bringing Noelle because Noelle wanted to see her hometown. But yeah, but of course, when they get to the village, Yuno kind of asks for Asta. He realized Nosh isn't here, or even Asta, when he talked to the father and even the sister. And they say that they are kind of training-ish in the forest. This is where Yuno says, God damn, why do those bastards have to do a bunch of crazy shit at the same time? This is where, well, mostly he says Asta, but this is where he never thought Nosh should be training with Asta, but of course it was confusing to him. But of course, this is where Yuno's going to the forest. Of course, this is where, some other people are kind of just talking to the like families and other people. This is where, something happens. A large range magic of teleportation teleports everyone that was somewhere in Hodge Village. This is where everyone gets teleported into a dome. It's a huge dome and it's in the forest of, the demon head and all that. This is where Yuno's confused. This is where Yuno tried to open his grimoire but realized that this grimoire isn't responding. This is where, he tries to even use wind magic, but it's such tiny bit, he's confused. It's like if his mana is being restrained a lot. This is where some other people are confused. This is where a girl with kind of like bluish hair, and of course like long bluish hair that kind of reaches towards her elbow, was confused. She tried to use her ice magic, and she's from the Blue Rose. Yuno kind of noticed that. This is where she says, damn it, why can't I use my magic? A girl with blondish hair and dull blue eyes realized that she can't use her magic. This is where she asked Noelle if she can. Noelle couldn't. Other people were kind of appearing. This is where someone from, I should mention that Mimosa actually went along with Yuno and even Clarkson. Clarkson was staring. This is where they're confused and why they can't use their magic. This is where, Yuno says, do you know what's happened, Clarkson? Clarkson says, no, not exactly. What is actually happening? This is where the girl with blondish hair and dull blue eyes named Junko says, damn it, why can't I use it? I can't use any of my magic. This is where the icy blue hair kind of says, damn it. Fuck, I can't use any magic. This is where someone appears in the sky, kind of floating and saying, you must be magic knights. Well, very interesting. Some of you are actually cute, I'd say, but others are kind of annoying and pests. This is where other magic knights appear, kind of being teleported in here. It's near Hodge Village and other villages that are gonna appear. And mostly these are from other villages. Of course, this is where, Yuno say, who the hell are you anyway? This is where, the person says, I will have to destroy you, magic knights. Or maybe use me with my personal. Nah, maybe I should kill you all. This is where he sent and made swords all appear around him. This is where, they're like darkness swords. This is where, he says, the reason why you're not using your mana is because I managed to nullify it. Don't worry, I'll kill you all and give you a quick death. Or maybe I should play with the girls a little bit more. This is where he's smirking. This person seems to have like a devil horn and all that. This is where, he's laughing and he's like, it seems that all of you have to die. This is where, or we can go play hide and seek where I'll find you and kill you. The choice is yours, humans. This guy seems to be, able to kind of make darkness swords, but they're made with crystal. It's like dark crystal swords. This is where, he is laughing, and of course, this is where, he's flying up in the air, having one, what they call wing. This is where, he's saying, oh, you think you guys can escape from this dome? Then you're sadly mistaken. This dome is basically indestructible. No one can break outside of it or inside of mostly, he said. This is where, Yuno says, damn it. Only if I found Asta. Wait, Asta should be, no, I don't know where he's at. I didn't see him. This is where, half the other magic knights from different, like, teams and all that. This is where the Aqua Sea team was with the, what's it called? That one icy hair, not icy hair girl. Mostly the girl with snow magic. This is where some other people were different, and yeah. This is where, well, they are all confused and got them annoyed. This is where they can't use their magic, and they even try to break out a barrier with just punching it. Of course, this is where one person says, "Damn it! Fuck!" A guy with orange hair, and of course having a like star in his like forehead. This is Leon. This is where Yuno says, "Leon?" Leon says, "Oh, my rival." Yuno says, "No, we're not." Fuck you. And this is where Leon's pissed, but yeah. He kind of met Yuno when they were kind of fighting against the fact with all those people when they tried to invade, what's it called, the Clover Kingdom. And of course, his brother still got killed, well, mostly Leon's, but yeah. This is where, well, something happened. Something that surprised the double user itself. Something smashes through the, well, top. And of course, this guy with red hair, and looks to have like some kind of robotic arm appears, or two robotic arms, they're huge as hell. And he smashes through from the ceiling, and of course, landing down on the ground. This is where another person lands down with two scythes. This is where, well, one person is named Kid, and the other person's named Killer. They are actually pirates from the Sea Blue. This is where they say, "Damn it!" Kid says, "Damn it! Why, you bastard? Ha! You think you can just throw me into this dome and think I will lose? Like how I will lose?" This is where he sends a huge punch at the ceiling. This is where the double has the doctor says, "What the hell?" This is where someone appears and kind of saying, "Metallic magic shield, golden shield." This is where a golden shield appears, blocking a punch, a well, robotic punch from Kid. Kid says, "Damn it! Why you? Fuck!" This is where this person lands on the ground softly, but of course, this is where, well, he's holding someone, or mostly someone's on his back. This kid has orange hair and kind of like, what's it called? He has like orange hair and has like purple eyes, and he says, "Damn, this is quite annoying. We gotta go fight against these guys. Why do they always distract us from our training, Asta?" Asta says, "Don't know, but I have to beat their ass and kind of kick them back into the sea." Which is quite annoying. This is where Nosh says, "Yeah, it is." This is where Nosh is actually on top of this person. This person has a blindfold on his like eyes and even on his mouth. He basically has a mask. He looks like this right here. His hair is kind of like grayish and white, and of course, this is where, well, he says, "Well, not the point." So, Nosh, you can go against Killer, right? Or do you need help with Killer? Nosh says, "I think I got him." This is where Nosh jumps off of Asta's back. And Asta seems to be way taller. He seems to be, well, 5'8". Or 5'8 to 5'9". This is where, well, Nosh actually appears a grimoire. And this grimoire has, well, 4 leaves. Now, this is strange because Nosh is still young and still shouldn't be able to have a grimoire. This is where, well, Yuno saw this. And of course, this is where, well, he feels like his magic is coming back to him. Well, Yuno, everyone else felt that. The crack of the ceiling seems to like mana is being flowed through, and of course, allowing their magic to come back in such a little bit. This is where when Nosh actually kind of makes a fireball and says, "Fireball!" Sends it at, well, the person with 2 scythes named Killer. Killer rips through it and says, "Ah!" Tries to attack Nosh. Nosh manages to dodge, but of course, he feels like his mana is being drained. He says, "Wait, what is happening?" This is where, well, Asta says, "I see. It seems this place is kind of nullifying the mana." Nosh, get back here. Nosh does. He jumps away from Killer, but Killer still rushes towards him. This is where Asta creates a, well, like a metallic sword out of like steel, and clashes with Killer's 2 scythes. This is where Asta kicks him in the stomach, sending his ass straight towards Kid. Kid managed to grab Killer and says, "It's still, you're so much powerful. How about it, blindfold fuck? Do you think you're gonna be able to defeat me?" Kid is telling Asta. Asta says, probably not. Who really knows? No one needs to know that anyway. This is where Yuno is confused about the blindfold person. This is where, well, the person seems to actually have a, well, not a grimoire appearing anywhere. But of course, this is where, well, Asta rushes at, well, Killer and, well, what's it called, Kid. Kid sends multiple cannonballs from, well, his hand, because yes, it's all created with different things of metal. This is where Asta cuts through it with his metallic sword. It's just still sword and all that. And this is where he's rushing towards, well, Kid. Kid says, I won't die! This is where, well, he then tries to throw a very powerful punch at Asta. Asta dodges it. He like jumps, well, he jumps over it. And of course twists it in the air and throws the, steel sword at Kid. Kid uses his magnetic, his magnet devil fruit to kind of put it into his like arm. Here's where he laughs and says, "You think you can defeat me?" Asta says, "Damn, quite annoying, but I have a way for your stupid devil fruit not to be able to affect this." That's where Asta creates multiple Senbons, but they're made out of copper, and he just launches them at Kid. Kid says, "Oh, you already tried this before." This is where he uses magnet, but of course, this is where, well, the copper still is not affected by magnet, and of course, it just hits, well, Kid. Kid goes, "Damn it." And one of his shoulder, like his very shoulder, he gets hit in some points that actually destroys the, different robo of metal on his hand, making it paralyzed, and of course, the, what's it called? Well, the different parts of, like, metal that was on his arm just destroys. This is where he only has skin arm. And this is where he says, "Ugh, that doesn't matter, die!" Asta, he appears right in front of, well, Kid, and says, "Red." This is where Kid widens his eyes and says, "No!" This is where he launched straight towards the wall of the barrier, because the barrier seems to, well, the dome seems to try to reform after the crash between Asta and Kid. But this is where, well, Kid smashes towards the dome, like the side of the dome, or mostly the inner dome, and of course breaks through it after a blast of red energy. This is where, well, Kid is just smashed into multiple trees. This is where Killer tries to attack Asta. Asta says, "Damn, what annoying you are." Killer tries to attack Asta again, and of course Asta is dodging, no, I'm just kidding. But of course this is where Asta just stomps on Killer's like knee, and then just uppercut his shit, and then just knees him in the stomach, then grabs both of his sides by just kind of breaking both of his arms, and then punching him in the face. Yeah, Asta did that in a couple of seconds. This is where, well, Killer's knocked the fuck out. He is gone. This is where Knock says, "I'm feeling much weaker. Why is that?" This is where, well, Asta says, "Just get over here. You gotta stay next to me." "Yeah, but I can never keep up with your speed. Besides, didn't you say you were going to show me a special technique that you were only going to use just on occasions? This seems like a very important occasion." "Fine, if that's what you want." "Wait, no, why would I ever want to show my trap card?" This is where, well, now say, "Why not? Come on. Whatever the hell that thing is up there." Also looks up and sees the devil. That's where also says, the hell is that?" This is where now says, "Exactly. Maybe you should use that technique." His eyes twinkle. This is where Asta sighs and says, "Fine." Asta lifts up his, his blindfold a little bit, goes in one of his hands, well, mostly his right hand, puts both two fingers together, and making it like, how should I say, kind of cross together, like crossing together, and says, "Domain expansion, infinite void," or infinity void. I think that's what I thought. No, wait, did I? Fuck. He said infinite void. This is where a void appears. Everyone's actually trapped in it, but of course it destroyed the barrier dome that was all around them. This is where, well, everyone was right now freaking out from the fact that they got so much information. The devil was confused. This is where Asta appears, grabbing it from the head. Of course, having Nosh with him, kind of holding him, like how Gojo holds Yuji. And this is where Asta grabs this person from the head, ripping his head off and kind of just throwing down on the ground. This is where the devil is kind of just started dissipating, but yeah. This is where, well, everyone was shocked. This is where out of the domain expansion kind of disappears. This is where, well, Asta says, "Well, that was interesting. Done? Are you happy?" This is where Nash says, "Yeah." This is where Asta says, "You're such an annoying little brat. Hey, it's not my fault that you have very cool techniques." Whatever. Can you give me back that book that you kind of got? What, the clover thing? I thought you were going to give it to me. Fully give it to me. Asta says, "You want to fuck it, just keep it." This one I say, "Yes." And I should mention one thing. The book, it might be kind of like red and all that. It's like red and had a 4-leaf clover, but yeah. But of course, Asta just says, whatever, keep it. And so, well, Asta kind of puts down Nosh and, of course, like, puts his blindfold right so it doesn't show his eye mic most of the time, but yeah. And so, well, Asta says, yeah, whatever. Let's just go back to the Hodge village. Probably Sister Lily is going to be kind of worried about us. This is where Kid says, I won't lose. Asta! He screams Asta's name. Mr. Asta says, you still awake? Fuck. I thought you would be knocked out. No, I won't. He still has a metallic arm. And he starts rushing at Asta. And this is where Asta says, fine. Swords of conviction. This is where multiple super swords appear around him. And this is where he sends him out. Well, Kid, who couldn't dodge him all. He tries to block him with his arm, but two of them manage to stab him in the leg and make him fall down. This is where I say, no. Don't you dare run away from me. Fight me. Kid is screaming. Asta says, nah. Go back to your freaking sea. You should probably try to get stronger, but that's just probably you. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going back home. I'm tired. Asta smiles. This is where Nosh says, is it really okay to piss off a pirate? Especially being that kid. Kid is always pissing half the damn time. Asta says, it's fine. It's fine. He's not gonna get that angry, I don't think so. This is where Nosh says, are you sure it'll be fine? Yes, it'll be fine. I'm positive, I think. This is where, well, Asta starts kind of like walking away, and this is where Nosh starts following along. This is where, well, someone screams out Asta's name, Asta. This is where, well, Asta turns around and kind of notice it's Yuno. This is where, well, Nosh says, it's Yuno. Yeah, I know that. What do we do? Nosh said, fucking run. Can you just put me in your comic book dimension? No. I won't have time, besides I have to lift up my eyes. Well, lift up my head, blindfold to kind of show my eyes. Fuck. Nosh says, do a run? Yes. This is where Asta and Nosh starts running. Asta does grab Nosh from and puts him on his back, and Asta just starts running through the forest. Kind of just jumping around and dodging some of the tree branches. This is where, well, he's also using Illuminus just so if any tree branches hit him, just so it wouldn't hit Nosh much. This is where Yuno says, Asta! Damn it, don't get away from me. This is where, well, he makes a wind arc. And of course, this is where Mimosa and Klaus are confused. They've seen how powerful Asta is. It's confusing to them because they thought he was a magic knight. Pretty much he's not. And of course, this is where all of them are confused, just blinking. Because, holy shit, he defeated Double in just an instant, a matter of seconds, without using magic. Which confuses them, but they can sense that he has some magic. Of course, this is where Asta, he almost like hits a tree. But of course, before hitting that tree, he decided to push himself by using, well, red. Mostly using red so he wouldn't get hit by a wind arrow. This is where he says, damn, he's actually trying to kill us. Nosh says, yeah, I think this is a bad idea. Can you not put me in the comic dimension? This is where Asta says, fine, I'll throw you over there. That's where Nosh says, fine. He gets thrown a little bit, but he managed to catch a tree, so he wouldn't be hurt. This is where Yuno's confused. He sees both of them splitting up. This is where Asta left up his headband. Well, mostly not his headband, his, what's it called, blindfolds. And only one of them kind of turned into the Sharingan Manakyu and says, come away. This is where he calmly is knocked out of the way from Yuno actually grabbing him. And Yuno says, what the hell was that? He sees Asta. Asta seems to just be bleeding from his eye. But of course, Asta wipes off the blood, but that's where he puts back the blindfold. This is where, well, Asta stands still in like the clear, kind of like a clearing from the forest. This is where, well, Yuno says, so, you're gonna stop running? Oh, so what happened to Nosh? Don't worry about it, Asta smiles. Besides, you don't need to ever worry about it. He could be somewhere. He could be somewhere safe, somewhere dangerous. Does it really need to matter? I don't think that it really does matter. That's where Yuno says, okay, Asta, if it doesn't matter, then tell me. How can you do that? Do what? Asta smiles. But of course you can't see his smile. It's having a mask. It's where some people are actually kind of clearly talking between Yuno from the Golden Dawn and this person that's wearing fully black. That's where, well, and also being very, like, lean and powerful. That's where, well, some people are watching this and this is where, well, Yuno says, well, I have a few questions, or not, Asta. Please tell me and answer me truthfully. If you don't, I'm gonna pierce you with one of the wind arrows. Tell me, who was that person with red hair and the other guy with the mask? Don't know. There's just some people they tried to attack us, mostly bandits. That's where some of the magic knights that tried to grab Kid or even Killer, they almost got instantly killed by Killer. Killer said, Captain, are you fine? That's where Kid said, yeah, let's disappear. That's where they both left before even any other magic knights managed to grab them. But yeah, of course, where Killer wasn't mostly having broken bones or mostly kind of twisted, but he managed to kind of put them back. And of course, ran up to his captain. This is where, well, also says, those are just bandits. That's where Yuno says, okay, fine. Okay. Then how can you make weapons made out of metal? Don't know. Don't have any magic. Bullshit, I felt magic from them. I don't know what you're talking about. It could be Nosh's ability. Maybe Nosh managed to make metal weapons to protect me. He has fire. I'm not stupid. I don't know. Asta smiles. But of course you cannot see his smile. And of course he's just been acting cheerful. That's where Yuno says, fine. Then, let me see what's underneath that blindfold and mask. Asta smiles. But of course you can't see it. You can only like think he's smirking inside. Or smirking at all. So where Asta says, how about no? You see here, I'm tired. The blindfold's on there because I'm just tired. Didn't want to use my eyes. The mask is there because I thought there was poison gas somewhere. So that's why I have it. That's where Yuno says, okay, then take it off. Asta says, I don't feel like it. Besides, why is there so many people watching us? This is where so many people watching us, even Klaus and Masa seem to be embarrassed. This is where Yuno senses him. This is where he says, doesn't matter. Does it really matter if people are watching you? Yeah, it does, Asta said. He says, it really does matter a lot. And, well, why are you back here, Yuno? I thought you had magic night things to do. Well, I'm back here just for a visit. And when I got back here, Sister Lillian, well, Father Ortiz, or whatever his name is, said that, well, you went to train with Nosh. This doesn't seem like training. And it doesn't seem like a profile magic knight to be trapped by a devil. But that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that weak, Yuno. Yuno says, Ksh. Fine, if you're calling me a weakling, then let's fight about it. Asta says, no, too tired. This is where Yuno goes into his spirit form. Because yes, he already found out how to do it. This is where, well, he asks Bell to kind of come out, and the spirit form appears. It's where he says, fight me, Asta. Asta sighs, he like breathes in and out. That's where, well, Asta says, fine, if you want me to fight you that bad, then I will fight you. This is where a grimoire appears out of nowhere. Like, it's like silver dust appears and like a different type of metal appear. This is where it creates a grimoire that has actually like 7 leaves on total. This is where, well, the grimoire opens, and this is where he says, Sovereign Dragon Spirit, come out. This is where, well, a dragon appears right now, roaring behind, well, Asta. This is where Yuno gets intimidated. Everyone gets kind of afraid from the dragon. This is where one girl is actually not afraid because she wasn't much of a human, and the fact that, well, that one devil kind of brought her along, even though she wasn't a human and was confused as fuck. But she looks to be 16, but she's not really. She has slick red eyes and is right now seeing this. Dragon? What? This is where, well, this dragon is named, well, wait. So his name is King Saku, but you see here, the dragon seems to be weird. He seems to just be kind of like sober, but at the same time having different colors of different metals. This is where it's silver, gold, and other things like copper and brass and other things. His eyes seems to be glowing in silver and gold, having like silver, silver around the not pupil. The pupil of the slit is actually gold, while around is silver. This is where he roars behind Asta towards Yuno. This is where, well, Yuno gets scared. This is where Asta says, but fine, Yuno. If you want to really fight me that bad, then I'll take you on seriously. Asta takes off his blindfold and then takes off his mask. And says, if you really want to fight me, then I'll fight you for real. He smiles with his evil grin. This is where, his one eye, one of them is actually like very like, both of them are bluish eyes, like very brightish bluish eyes. But of course, this is where, they transform into being kind of reddish, like into the Sharingan. But this is where, they transform beyond, because this is where the Kizaku does fuse with Asta. This is where, Asta is out of his kind of like human mostly form and goes into a dragon form. A fusion between his spirit mostly. This is where, one of his hands is like very claws, like having like silver claws mostly. This is where it has like scales in one arm, and this is where, he has two like wings behind him, two dragon wings, and of course one like horn. But of course, this is where a crown appears. A half crown appears, kind of just appearing right on top of Asta's head. Mostly towards the left side, there's a crown. The right side, there's a horn, like of a dragon. This is where, Asta's, mostly one of his eyes becomes silver with gold. The other one just becomes normal. It just stays kind of red. That's where Asta says, if you really want to fight me, then let's see if you can take on Prince of Dragon Metallic. This is where Asta said, quietly, but this is where Asta disappears in a blink of an eye, smashing a kick into Yuno. Yuno goes, This is where Yuno gets launched into multiple trees. This is where Asta says, like I said, Yuno, I usually don't take things seriously. Right? Nosh comes back and says, I see that you're actually going against Yuno. Do you think you'll be able to defeat him? Probably not. But all I can do is try, right? This is where Nosh says, I feel like you can defeat him though. This is where Asta says, no, that's not the case. But you're not fully trying. I am fully trying, Asta says. Shut up, Nosh. Nosh says, no. Because I know you love just playing around with people. You did the same with Kid and other things. This is where Asta sighs and says, fine, what do you want me to do then? This is where Nosh says, actually try to fight him? This is where, Yuno appears sending a wind blast at Asta. But this is where Asta noticed that the wind blast was actually better hit Nosh. This is where, Yuno wasn't really trying to aim for Nosh, but this is where when the kick landed into Yuno, Yuno's like head is kind of dizzy because he did smash into multiple trees. So of course he thought Nosh was Asta, and this is where Asta like smacks the blast away. The green blast away and says, what are you doing, Yuno? Are you really trying to kill Nosh? This is where Nosh says, what is happening? This is where, Asta says, probably from the fact that I kicked him so hard, smashed him into multiple trees, and he's just full of dizziness and anger. This is where Nosh says, what are you gonna do about it? Well, knock him out and then kind of like bring him to hospital or something. This is where, Nosh says, then can I help you? You can't, because I know which form you're gonna try to take on. You're not gonna take on those blue flames again, okay? This is where Nosh says, but I'll be fine. Your arms are still scarred from it. This is where, Nosh says, that's fine. This is where, Asta says, I'm gonna have to put you somewhere. He kind of grabs Nosh, puts him right next to, some of the magic knife, and said, if you touch Nosh, I'll kill you in an instant. Just look up after him. That's where Asta disappears. Right now, sitting just up, like, speeding up so fast, appearing right in front of, what's called, Yuno, and this is where he takes lightning style, lightning knockdown, lightning blackout. This is where he puts lightning into Yuno gets shocked and gets knocked out. This is where both Bell and Yuno gets knocked out, and this is where they split out first and just get knocked out. That's where the spirit goes back into Yuno's book, but yeah. Asta just used a chakra-based technique. It was mostly because he's the reincarnation of Kakashi and he's the man of the 1,000 jutsus. The copy ninja of 1,000 jutsu, so yeah. That's where, well, Asta goes, pretty easy. This is where, well, Nosh says, was that easy? Well, I mean, being in this form is quite easier for me to actually fight people, but yeah. I guess you can say it's pretty damn easy for me to kind of fight against Yuno most of the time. But yeah. I swear, and I say, so you're gonna take him back? Yeah, Asta gets out of his form. And of course, it's where, well, the silver dragon thing appears. Of course, it's where he turns form back into the necklace. A necklace that Asta had before kind of bringing him out because it's like a spirit form. And this is where, well, it kind of goes back into a necklace, and this one also puts it into like his chest mostly, like underneath his chest, mostly clothing mostly. But yeah, this is where he says, still, it's better if we just bring him. Let's just go. This is where Asta gets out of the form. But of course, this like white hair is kind of like longish white hair. It's kind of flowing down towards the face, and of course, his blue eyes is looking towards the other people are there. This is where Mimosa, Noel, and a bunch of other people are just like. Face becomes red from the fact that Asta doesn't look even that bad. He looks more better than Yuno. This is where, Asta says, what are y'all looking at? Piss off. This is only family matters. This is where, Asta just grabs Yuno, and that's where Nosh says, so wait, are we gonna go back training tomorrow? Probably. Just don't say that out loud. I don't want any big fuckers being anywhere near us. This is where, they get back to the Hodge village, and this is where Sister Lady says, what happened? Is Yuno okay? This is where both of them nodded. This is where Asta, he's right now out of his, well, he's put into an illusion form. And this is where our sister says, why are you still in the illusion form? That's why we call Yuno, so your illusion form can stop kind of appearing. Asta seems to be 5'1", but this is where Asta gets out of his illusion form and says, really? You told him about that? Shit, I didn't even know you even knew about it. Sister Lily says, of course we know about it. The other kids and even Father Orcio already knows about it. Why do you always keep doing that? Keep doing what? Your illusion and the fact that you won't show your true self that much? Asta says, because if I show my true self, then multiple girls would be falling for me. This is where Asta smiles. This is where, well, Sister Lily says, whatever. Of course, Asta does in his true form. He usually doesn't put the mask and, well, what's it called? The blindfold, just in, well, mostly in his fake form, and his true form he does. This is where, well, right now in his real form he doesn't have the mask or even the, well, blindfold, but yeah. It's mostly a genjutsu that he puts on. He mostly had it for a while. And of course he had that super book grimoire for a while. When he didn't get a grimoire, he only acted and faked Yuno to actually show that he didn't get a grimoire. He didn't want to take the spotlight from Yuno that much. It's where, well, Yuno wakes up and gets angry and of course tries to find Asta. Asta's right now sitting down, kind of eating with, well, Nosh. And of course where, well, Yuno smashes his fist upon the table and says, Asta, we need to talk. Asta narrows eyes, of course it's like crystallized blue eyes, and, well, Yuno's like golden eyes. And say, fine, what the hell do you want to talk about? Why? Why did you lie about me? Well, not lie about me. Lie about your grimoire, your magic, everything. What you look, this and that or that. Because I didn't want to take the spotlight away from my brother. You think I want to do that? Hell no. Also, I didn't even want it to be a magic night. Or truly the Wizard King. Seems way too much work. This is where Austin remembers the fact when he was the 6th Hokage. And even the clan head of the Gojo family. Seems way too much work. He was like, oh, fuck that shit. I'm not trying to beat the goddamn Wizard King. Screw it. I'll make Yuno do it. But yeah, when he was younger. Because yes, also when he was younger, he was still extremely smart. He just didn't show it that much because he wanted to make Yuno be smarter than him. But yeah. This is where, well, Yuno says, why you? This is where, well, Asta says, well, you're angry? Too bad. This is where, well, Yuno just gets angry. And this is where he grabs Asta from the chest. Well, mostly, not chest. Mostly from the, what's it called, like, clothing. From the, what's it called? The collar. And of course he's, why you? So Asta says, let go of me before I blast you across the whole village. This is where Yuno says, you wouldn't dare though. Would I? Asta makes a red ball appear in his finger and says, I will blast you right now. Fuck off. This is where Yuno lets go and says, fine. He sits down and says, talk. This is where Asta says, fine, if you want to talk that bad, then I'll talk to you. But this is where I'm going to leave it off for part 1 of What If Asta was the reincarnation of Gojo, Satoru, and Kakashi Hatake, and had metallic magic. But yeah, other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep, potato, and good night.